The arrest of Nick Reiner opened a flood of disturbing memories across the internet, as people began digging through old interviews and forgotten videos, and with every rediscovered clip, the story grew darker. Moments that once felt strange or awkward suddenly looked like warning signs no one acted on. One video from 2016 resurfaced and sent chills through viewers. In it, Nick casually threatened to kill a dog simply because it barked, then immediately admitted he had sick thoughts that needed dealing with. At the time, it was brushed off as dark humor, but after the tragedy, it sounded like an alarm bell that rang too early and too quietly. Other footage from the promotion of Being Charlie painted an even colder picture. Rob Reiner appeared warm and hopeful, clearly trying to connect with his son, while Nick responded with short, distant answers, openly saying he was never close to his father. His body language said even more than his words: the turned shoulders, the blank stares, the quiet shutdown. Looking back, it felt like watching someone slowly detach from everything around him. Another 2016 clip became especially haunting. Nick wandered through the quiet streets of Brentwood, speaking calmly about his sick thoughts.
Sometimes I just come out to gather my sick thoughts.
His hollow eyes fixed somewhere far away. When asked his name, he rejected it, distancing himself from his own identity. He joked about jail and failure, words that later felt less like humor and more like a twisted prediction. In additional footage, Nick admitted he had a severe personality disorder, laughed hollowly with his sister, and again threatened a dog without raising his voice. The calmness of it all was what terrified people the most. Then came the night after the murders. Surveillance footage from a gas station showed Nick moving with complete composure. He browsed the aisles, bought a sports drink, paid politely, and spoke briefly with the cashier. There was no panic, no urgency, nothing that suggested the horror that had just taken place. When police arrived an hour later, lights flashing through the night, Nick did not run or resist. He raised his hands, vacant and still, as if he had been waiting for this moment. Earlier interviews now feel unbearable to watch. During an AOL Build appearance, Rob spoke openly about love, fear, and regret, calling Nick the person he loved most. Nick, in contrast, answered in a flat monotone, saying they never really connected. He described years of addiction, homelessness, and rehab without emotion, listing cities and nights on the street like lines from a report. Even when warning that he could become dangerous if provoked, his voice never changed. In court, that emotional emptiness remained. Wearing an anti-suicide vest, shackled and silent, Nick stared ahead as charges of first-degree murder were read. He spoke only 3 words, "Yes, Your Honor," and said nothing else. His lawyer later stressed the importance of mental illness in the case, noting diagnoses and medication changes that may have worsened his condition. Friends of the family described something even more unsettling: a home filled with love. In the days before the tragedy, Nick appeared sober, calm, and present, sharing meals, playing sports, watching TV with his parents. There were no arguments, no obvious signs of danger. Too much love, one friend said, but somehow it did not connect in the way it needed to. Looking back, the warning signs were not loud. They were quiet. The flat voice, the distant eyes, the jokes about violence, the emotional withdrawal. Sometimes the most dangerous signals are the ones that feel empty rather than explosive. What do you think was the most overlooked sign in this case? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more deep analysis of real stories and human psychology, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video.